welcome back to the channel. Just a very quick video today. Now it's the 14th of April and we've just spent a night in the xmid 2 there with the Three Seasons inner inside of it. Now as most people who live in Britain at the moment know, the weather is not that fantastic. It was a bit of a cold night inside the tent. Inside the sleep bags not so much, but inside the tent it was rather cold. So to that end, we are going to look at seeing if we can fit the Asta gear inner into the xmid 2. We've already had a little play about with the inner. We've sourced some clips very similar to the ones that are on the xmid. The xmid, the top quick release clips are YKK. There is a part number for them. I'll stick it in the description. You can't source, well, we can't source them in the UK. I can't seem to get a website that actually sells them, but you can see they can be ordered. But I reckon possibly they'll be ordered for the UK. It was the European side of it, it's in bulk. It would be. So changes that we made to the Asta gear. We've added similar clips to what comes with the xmid. So that's the clip for the xmid. That's the clip that we got off of Amazon. Now, they look pretty much the same, but these are definitely not the same quality as these. These are stretch. They're very supple compared to these. Are a bit more rigid, and they will ping off if you pull too tight on the inner. And again, a bit of shock cord where you get the shock cord with the xmid. We've just actually added two little bits on there. Yeah, so the internal clips, that's the xmid one. If you can see there, it has a groove that goes down. Probably see better if I turn it through the sky there. That groove there, and on here it's got little guide lugs that goes into the clip that guides it in. Now the ones that we've put on the Asta gear are these ones here, so it's easy to take these off and try and find the ones in the Asta gear. I couldn't find that make, so we've just put new ones on that we ordered. You can see they are completely different from each other. Yeah. So that's the YKK ones, and that's just ones off of Amazon. They're both, I think they're advertised as 20mm, but they're actually 15mm. Just check the little schematics down the bottom and measure what you've got on yours, because they may vary. Alright, so you can see here we've got two clips. So that's the xmid clip, and that's the clip that we've added to put on the Yun Chuan 2 inner. So all we did is, I'll put a picture on the screen, is melted a little gap through there and then slipped it through the existing strap, and it seems to work fine. A wee bit of quality issue there about the tape coming away there. Oh dear, it is. That's probably one of the places where it might leak. Yeah, I'll probably have to seal that up. Got a wee bit of heat on it somewhere. Right, if you look behind us there, you can see the Asta gear inner is now inside the xmid 2. So we'll just take a wee wander around now and we'll show you what modifications we've had to do to actually make it fit. Okay, everybody that's watched previous videos that I've done on the Asta gear, you'll know that there is an excess amount of material to the actual inner. So what we've done, just for the time being, is that we've gathered it all in and put in these little crocodile clips. And what we'll do in the future is we're going to put a couple of stitches through that, because inevitably you will lose these taking it in and outside the bag. The other bit of sag that you have, it droops down a lot, and that's again comes with the original tent. What we've done is a little crocodile clip onto the magnetic catch there, and a little bit of shock cord, and use the original tab just to attach it and hold it up. In the bottom you don't have the clip support, so again we've just added another little crocodile clip there. a couple of times getting out and in, using it, it has came off. These aren't strong enough to hold the material on, so I think we'll probably just do away with that. Yeah, I don't think that's achieving anything. It's there. Yeah, I don't think that's going to do anything. I would forgo putting that on there. So the same cord that runs down to the same hook, we've measured them out and made it the same distance as well, so it does fit. Not too bad. Now I believe that these will vary on tents that people have got, because I believe there's definitely in the Astagear there is a build quality issue. My inner is not sort of angled at both ends. It's angled at one end and straight at the other, so it doesn't exactly fit the same way as the original xmid inner would do. Right, so one of the biggest differences with the inners is the zip. The door is a lot bigger. The zip will travel all the way down to the end. A bit fiddly. Take this part round here and put it through the loop. And then there's another one up here. Alright, so get one there. I'm going to have to do something about that. That's probably a bit too much supported on the magnetic clip there. As you know, in the wind that tends to come off. Right, we'll have a little look inside. You can see by scrunching the inner a bit, it stops that sagginess that you get with this Astagear. But everything else, it's not that different. I mean, all it's going to give you is that little bit of wind protection that's round the sides. Right, so there you go, that's the Astagear Yun Chuan 2 inner inside the xmid 2 outer. Right, I hope that's answered some questions that people were asking. Is it possible to fit the Yun Chuan 2 inner inside the xmid 2? Yes, it is, it's possible. Once you've got it set up to the way you like it, and if you're any good with a needle and thread, yeah, it's probably workable, I would say. Now, we're still considering whether to take this set up to Scotland. Bear in mind, we live down in Dorset where the weather all year round ain't that bad, but even with the 3 seasons mesh inner that you get with the xmid, you can feel the cold inside, and having plenty of experience in the Scottish Highlands, that can make a massive difference on 2-3 week little adventures. Yeah, we're going to take that back with the clips in it, and we're probably going to put a few stitches around the excess material to hold that in place. But yeah, I definitely think that's quite workable. We'll probably spend another night in it if I've got some wind coming up, which the way the UK is going, I think we've got a storm every couple of days at the moment. So we'll get that set up and put it through its paces. I've had a slight change of plan heading up to Scotland. I think tomorrow was my original start day to do the Scottish National Trail. Now, due to unforeseen circumstances, basically our landlords decided to sell up the flat that we live in, and at the moment we're flat hunting. We should have that all done and dusted by next week, hopefully, fingers crossed, and then we'll be planning to head up to do the Cape Raft Trail again in May. Now, this time on the actual trail, we'll be going different routes. Obviously this will be Sandy's first attempt to the Cape Raft, and this will be my second, and there's plenty of routes that I didn't go. I chose different ones, so we'll be spending a wee time up there. We're going to take our time this time. None of this 14 days malarkey. We've got 3 weeks. Well, we've managed to get 3 weeks. And then we're going to head up there and just take our time, enjoy the scenery. Yeah, just to make it clear on what we've done with our inner, that's how we fixed the inner we own. I know there is a build quality issue with the Yun Chuan tents just by watching several videos on YouTube. So you may not need as much flapping about that we've had to do with it. It may be less or it may be more, can't guarantee that. But if you get any questions about it, just leave your comments below and I'll answer it to you. If there's a follow-up video needed, then we'll do that also. Right, so we're going to head off as the sun's out now and head back down to Kingston, I think we're walking to next. So we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.